I'm Tom Hofmeister with Elderfire Lodges. Do you like being right? Ha, I do. You know, the challenges today of being right is that most of the time, if you're going to start an argument, you have to be cautious that there probably is not a right answer, and there probably is not a position where you're just going to be plain viewed as, yeah man, you're smart, you're right, that's it, I get it, you've convinced me. I was on a mission trip once to Guatemala with a group of nurses. There was 14, 15 of them from the local hospital. I came to the gazebo where we had lunch one afternoon and noticed all these plastic bags hanging all over the place. And I said, so ladies, what's up with the plastic bags? And they said, well, that keeps the flies away. And I said, are you sure that's not just an old wives' tale? Oh no, absolutely, it 100% is gonna keep the flies away. And I said, so what's with the penny in the bag? And they said, oh, you know, we don't know, but we know that's what you're supposed to do. And I told them, I said, well, actually, the penny is in there so that the water will stay clear and won't fungus. That's about just enough copper to keep the water clean and shiny. So I'm like, what's up with the flies? Well, we believe that the flies land on it, and you know how big their eyes are, and everything gets exaggerated, so they see themselves and they get really scared and they fly away. So at lunch today, I can expect to see no flies. Oh, absolutely, this really works. Well, about 10 minutes in, I'm eating my lunch. I bet there's 8 flies flying around on my lunch, and I'm chewing, and I'm like, ladies, your bags don't seem to be working, there's flies. And they looked at me and said, you know, Tom, you have to understand, if the bags weren't here, there'd be twice as many flies. At this point, there really wasn't an argument because I couldn't prove that there was less flies as a result of the bags, and they couldn't prove that there wouldn't be twice as many as a result. While I decided not to continue an argument, it wasn't my nature not to continue to poke the bear. We were on our way out 3 days later. We were leaving at 4 o'clock in the morning on a bus. We were getting packed up. I had a little too much time on my hands that time of the morning. I walked down to the gazebo. I cut down a whole bunch of bags and hung them down the aisle of the middle of the bus. And so they're getting on this bus at 4 o'clock in the morning, just about to bust, because I had sort of set them up in, you know, we're going to have a great trip back to the airport with no flies whatsoever. They didn't have too much to say about that until about 5 o'clock in the morning. We're going down these rough, rocky roads. I'm asleep in the middle aisle on the floor. One of the bags breaks, falls open all over top of me. You might as well poured 8 cups of water on me. These guys woke up laughing, pointing. You couldn't imagine the good time they were having at my expense. They looked right at me and said, well, now we need to talk to you about karma.